And we're live. And alive. This is my first run through of the latest patch. It seems to be... well, they let me in. That's a good sign. Sitting at 20 frames right now. Not great, to be honest. Drop down to 9. 16, 21, 22, 15, 16, 18. Yeah.
Welcome to the Port Oligarch.
Feels a little stuttery and jittery. Not sure how much of that's coming through on the screen, like on the stream, but well, probably don't have anybody watching, but if anybody is, they can pick a ship. Pick a ship, any ship except for the Star Kitten, unless you want to see me fly into things until I explode. Wow. Just got started, so why don't we get... Seems like some of the ships have been swapped out for other ones. There's a Saber. Yeah, let's go Saber Comet. Why not?
For your convenience, our automated ship organization system handles storage of all vehicles.
I don't think I've actually flown a Comet. Oh, maybe once. C5. Probably better than the C4 alternative. Ooh, that looks cool. What's going on out here? There's my Comet. Looks like there's somebody messing around with it. That does look cool. Alright, still hovering around 20, 19 to 22 frames. Oh yeah, no, I did get a Comet the other day, that's right. Nice.
Launch complete. Shields up. Landing gear retracted.
Well, at least I'm not blocking out from lifting off, unlike the, I think it was a Hornet. Landing gear retracted my butt. Alright, let's get a destination. Still kind of want to go to Selin. Probably because I get so many issues there. I want to see if they're still happening.
Quantum travel initiated.
like someone shot at me there.
Quantum travel complete.
Feeling a little paranoid after the last time. Got hunted down by an Octane and wrecked in an Aurora. I think it's the last video I posted up. It was a good learning curve. I'm in Saber Comet. Alright. And yes, I am flying backwards at 200 and something meters a second. It's a little bit gimpy here. I'm getting a really weird frame rate. Ranging from 1 to 20. Alright, I'm gonna head down to the planet now. $275. I'm gonna go to Terra Mills, because why not? And then I decouple so that I can actually turn around and stuff and look at the beautiful scenery. And make anybody sick. Including me. Here, I'll go outside perspective so you can see the bird. Does look pretty, doesn't it? Oh, come on, frame rates. There we go, look at that. That'll make you ill, watch this, but it looks cool. Ha. Yeah, love the sounds of this ship's weapons. Awesome. I think the Raven is incredibly awesome. Versus an Aurora, zero chance for the Aurora. If you look at my last video, skip to about halfway through when I go here and get caught by the Raven in the Aurora, and every time I repower up, I can't even hardly turn to try to track him. He just hits me with another one and I'm toast and dead in the water. Now, he was just mucking around, I'm sure, but he definitely wrecked my testing mission. But yeah, it did show how OP it is. It's so fast, I couldn't escape. It can turn faster than I can turn my ship, even decoupled to try to track them with my guns. If if I wasn't even in an Aurora, like something like this that actually has a couple of guns, I think it would still wreck me. 100% wreck me. Almost guaranteed. I sort of have the feeling that they'll get adjusted. Well, see, here's the issue with this planet. It says 540 whatever kilometers away, but I'm going to hit the ground before that, so why is it showing up as green? I think that's a bit of an error. And I'm going really fast, so better slow down. Full thrust. See? 500 miles from the planet, supposedly. Well, there we go. So yeah, don't do that. That was a pro tip. That was just an example of what not to do. But luckily, it was all a dream. Can you imagine sleeping in this outfit? You're like sleeping in a scuba suit. Look at that. And my interaction here. Oh, now it's working. Didn't work last time I logged in at all on that door. I had to go back and forth quite a few tries. I didn't post that one because I just crashed out before I even got off Olisar. Frame rates 18, 19, 20, 17.
Welcome to the Port Olisar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Okay.
Ship share program today. Line together. Please be considerate and avoid
Yay. Alright. Any requests for a new ship? A different ship? Thanks, Candon. I'm great at flying. It's the landing that's giving me the issues. I used to complain, the ships don't feel like they have any mass. Now I'd like to unload a bunch of that mass. No, just kidding. I like it. I just I'm not used to it yet. I also haven't played very much. Basically, you haven't really played at all since 263 was in PTU. I might have an hour in, or maybe 2 hours in since then. Like in a year. So I'm relearning controls and everything's changed, right? So it's relearning the whole game, basically. Let's see. Let's see. Any requests for a ship? Any ship you want to see? Why don't we go... Somebody last time said they wanted to see the Caterpillar pirate version. So I think I'll get that, because I haven't actually seen this one yet. And let's hope that I can actually get in it this time.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
D00. Where do you go for the 00 again? Oh, right. Right, this way. That's the problem with being a midnight streamer, daytime dreamer, is that you're never really that awake at night either. Are the game sounds too loud in ratio to my voice? If anybody can't hear me, partly it's because I'm trying to speak quietly so my little brats won't wake up. I mean, my lovely offspring. And then the other part is, well, game sounds might just be too loud in relation to my voice. Being a Canadian, I speak politely. Unless I don't like you. And then things change. People go, but I thought you were Canadian. I go, I am. I just don't like you anymore. Okay. Helmet light. How the hell? Oh, the ship looks cool. Where's the door? Looks like a door. There's a door here, but I don't think it'll activate. It's on the command module and not on the ship itself. To be honest, I've only flown CAT maybe 2 or 3 times, and it was a year ago. There must be a door, damn it. Open sesame. I really thought it was here or at the bow, but is it underneath the stupid thing? Turret down. Oh, wait, what's this? There we go. I'm in, you're in, pun intended. Interactivity? Ah, there we go. Well, there's one to report. Inner thoughts off screen when under CAT. Alright. Now. Ooh, mess hall. Has a nice Nostromo kind of feel to it. Although, it's less cluttered. I think I'm going to the bow. That's the wrong way. Med kits. Obviously the engine room. Maybe I should turn up my headlight. Yeah, there we go. That's down. I want to go up. Oh, let's go up here then. Well, at least it auto climbs the ladders. Unlike Arma. That's gonna be a turret. Okay, cockpit's on the other side. I'm all over this. Oh, one sec.
Landing complete. Launch complete.
Oh, it's a little nose heavy.
Landing gear up.
Nice. There's screenshot material. Alright. Where to, people? Where should I be going? Got a big cat. Let's see.
Offline.
Uh-oh. My HUD seems to have borked. Mm-hmm. Yep. All my commands are not working here. Trying to figure out what's wrong. Nope. No. Yeah, it's definitely crashed. Yeah, nothing is affecting anything. Pressing all keys. I'll try ship detonation, see if that works. No self-detonation. I believe I am crashed. Yeah, camera angle's not working. Can't get out of the seat. So that's all that happens there with the F key, so. Alright, back to Olisar. And death. Yeah. This patch, well, the last patch was even worse. I don't think I made it awful, so really. Hopefully the black screen of doom here will not be very long. And just to hop back while I'm waiting, Hopping Mad Media. Hey, no worries. Glad to show the stream to people that don't have PTU access. Although, as much as I hear people begging and crying to get into the PTU, they don't really understand that this is what PTUers do most of the time, is wait for it to reload. And then spawn in a bed. You're seeing it here first. I am a bed. Oh boy. Well, good. Guess I pulled myself up by my bootstraps there. I'm getting much better frame rate though. Don't know why. 27 right now. Probably everybody crashed out of the server.
Welcome to the Port Oligar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Alright, well, let's go Gladius then. It's a little easier to fly around and I know it works. Before I go though,
Your
I'm going to
ship
do
has
a
been
claim.
delivered to the following landing pad.
Claim on the last one so it's ready next time.
This station has been designated as an arms zone. Tampering with weapon safety protocols is strictly forbidden.
Oh. Well, cool.
Our automated ship organization handles storage of all vehicles.
It's over there.
Access your craft and consult one of the terminals. A wide variety of entertainment and dining options. Be sure to visit Origin, the crusader industry.
Wonder if I can go blow up that cat. It's worth a shot if I can get to it. I came out the wrong door. I do it all the time. Sort of like a star interior of the Starfarer. I think it's mildly confusing. Although I must say I can't wait to get lost in my character. This is the worst valet parking. I bet you they didn't even clean my windscreen. Oh, look at that. Smudges and smears, fingerprints. Ah, that's it. No more tip.
Shields up.
Whoa. I'll have to kill my own mouse sensitivity, I think. Where did that cat go? It was flying away, I think, but... See, now that I'm in this new ship, I can't spot my old one, I guess. Alright, well that's enough of that. Destination time! How about we go to... What do you think, guys? Daymar or Yella? Or Comaray and try to blow something up? In the interim, I'm going to go to Comaray 306. We can go anywhere else from there if you'd like. Assuming I don't crash out. Quick before I get griefed by an Optane.
Quantum travel.
I mean trolled.
Initiated.
Don't see any contacts. Guess there's no one there. Well, most people have seen Yellow before. Let's check out Daymar. Unless somebody else... Ah, Daymar it is. Now, if only I had a HUD marker showing which direction I should turn for that. There it is. I think. Nice.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
dark here. But again, don't be fooled. It says 700K, it's probably on the other side of the planet. I mean, moon. Now that looks pretty.
Quantum travel initiated.
Oh.
Quantum travel complete.
Now he's gone. FPS right now is sitting at 25 to 28 with occasional drops down to 18. But, you know, to be fair, there's nothing here, really. I mean, I'm rendering space dust and the curvature of one moon. Sort of think that getting more just for this. I mean, graphically, it's not pushing my video card at all. I could check, but I'm pretty sure from last night's testing, wasn't really using over about, at the most, like 60% of my video card. And on average, about 45, 50. It's a 980 Ti. So it's good, but it's not, you know, that good. What about ArcCorp? Let's go to... No, it's in the dark, though. Let's go to Sunnyside. See if there's anything there. It literally is purring like a cat. Sorry about that. Just basically checking out my weird cursor there. It's interesting. I've never seen that one before. I'm pretty sure it's a glitch. Yeah, well, this game is not for adrenaline seekers for the most part. As you can tell by the fact that it takes a long time just to get up and make coffee. I mean, I literally have enough time to get up, go to the bathroom, grab a cup of tea, and come back before I get there. I might just do that. I'm just kidding, I probably won't right now. Although I might ask my lovely chat mod and wife to get me another cup of tea. Maybe I should bribe her with PTU access on my account. Woohoo! Sounds saucy, doesn't it? Ah, yes, I'm watching her chat about how many computers we still need to build. We have 2 that'll play Star Citizen as it is okay. And yeah, we'll need another 3 or 4 in the next 2 years, I guess. And upgrades on the main adult computers. And before chat tells me, I will slow down before I impact the dirt this time, I promise. Hopefully enough. It's not the first time I've done it, and I should know better. But the ship handling has changed so much. Like, you used to be able to just press spacebar, or back in the day, you'd press, you know, R and you'd do liftoff. Oh, check this out. Graphics are a little bit weird because I'm in decoupled mode, but God, that looks beautiful. Okay, I've slowed down to 280 meters a second. And as you can see, All these markers are showing through the planetary surface, and don't believe them if you fly here. Because I guarantee that's not 514 kilometers away. More like 10 kilometers away. I think yellow will show them as obscured and you can't get to them. But the other planets I don't think do that yet, unfortunately. Now on one of the moons, somewhere, oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Well. At least I'm getting 60 frames a second now. Alright, well. There's a whole bunch of you people watching right now, and I would love to keep streaming, and I will. If you don't mind, I will go and take a quick nicotine break. It's either that or punch my monitor. No, I'm kidding. And then I will be right back. And we'll start again and see if we can get somewhere else. Maybe I'll just go down and try to go to a mission giver and find something to actually do and test that. I haven't actually tested any of the mission giving stuff at all. I did buy cargo once, and then the game crashed and I lost all my money and my 2 SCU of diamonds. So yeah, and then they weren't refunding the money back through insurance claims, so I had no money left for the next 3 tests, but now they've replenished that. So hopefully I'll be able to buy some diamonds and ship them somewhere. But right now, it's nicotine's calling my name, so you might say I'm going to take a CIG break. I'll be right back, people. Thank you very much for watching. I shall return no more than 10 minutes, give or take a minute or two, because my mental server might start hanging like the Star Citizen servers if I don't. I just want to test my I just want to look at my video cards readout here and see what it's saying. I'll tell you before I go out of here right away. Let's see. My base boost was running, or my GPU clock was running at 999. Memory was running at 3304 megahertz. It was running at an average temperature of 54 degrees Celsius. I am overclocked 98 megahertz, and my memory is overclocked 71 megahertz. I'm running And we're back. Okay. So, thank you for the 2 people that have come back already. Greetings, welcome back. Welcome to the long dark. Tea time of my space sim. If anybody gets the joke. Do people read anymore? I don't know. They don't read end user license agreements. They probably don't read books. It's a good book though. The Long Dark Tea Time of My Soul, or The Soul. It's funny, entertaining, and insightful. And here we are. I'm not in the bed. That's a good start. I mean, in it, literally, not figuratively. 30 frames. Oh. Yeah, 23 to 30 here. Oh, thanks for the heads up on the mission giving. I find it's really laggy there anyway. Even just trying to get to the bar.
Please press the screen to continue.
Now, let's see. If there was a star nearby, I'd fly this star kitten right into it, laughing. Actually, I'd be going woohoo, woohoo, and ride the nuke down, if you get my meaning. So, on that topic, I would like to touch base on land claims. My feelings on land claims are, it's 1,000 times better than Star Kitty skins or anything else that I won't have any say over its impact on my gameplay and my recordings and anything like that. Andromeda's a little big. Let's see. Prospector. How about a prospector? Kind of useless because there's no mining, but they look cool. And it's new. So yeah, land claims.
Delivered to the following landing pad.
There's been a lot of salt fires going on. In regards to this, people with fears, even long-term backers with fears that orgs are going to buy up entire planets or all the good locations. And I don't know if they really understand, like, I realize it's hard, even for me, to wrap my brain around how much actual square miles or kilometers there are in this game. Even now, with only 3 tiny moons. The math has been done, and all the accounts, not just the citizens, but all of the accounts in Star Citizen, if they all had the biggest land... Oh, see, I told you the valet parking here was crap. I'm going to talk to my lawyer. Anyway, if all of the Star Citizen accounts went to Yella, and they all did a land claim touching each other, we wouldn't even fill that one moon. No, no, come on. Alpha. There we go. I always try to run towards the ladder so it blends with the animation a little better. Otherwise it's pretty useless. There's a sweet spot in this interactivity here. I'm trying to find it. There it is. Every ship has it in a different spot. So I have to memorize them all. Good thing I don't own that many ships.
Landing gear up.
Well, that's interesting. Why is there exhaust in front of my ship? Something's wrong. I have no guns, so it's not that. Alright, how about exterior view just to check this out? Oh my goodness, that was interesting. What have I done? I forgot. Haha. Oh, not the Moby glitch. Oh, come on. Moby's auto-closing on me here. Well, there's a glitch for the books. And I think the game just crashed. Yep. Yes, it did. And I said game, didn't I? How incorrect I am. I meant PTU testbed. Disconnection code 3000. I'm going to change it to best. Maybe it'll think I'm somewhere closer. I don't know. I usually leave it on USA because I'm in Canada, and so obviously the closest server is the States. But back to the land claims. Land claims. $50 for a 4x4 kilometer claim. $100 for a 8x8, if I'm correct. Yes. And a land plot stick that's called, was it a Geo something? A Geotac -X. And you might have seen my name, my game name that I've been using for 20 years plus. Yeah. Maybe CIG devs will see this and take pity on the fact that they've absconded with my last name and org designation and implemented it in game. Maybe they won't. But they could take pity on my little tiny org of like 12 people and give me a land claim. I mean, God knows I can't afford land in real life. But yeah, it's not game breaking. The land claims. I'm gonna get a hoplite.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
A2. Beautiful. So, land claims. See, if I land at Olisar in the game when it's live and I've paid my money and I'm playing, and I'm surrounded by 6 Hello Kitty and other various gaseous expulsions from the business end of a horse, it will wreck my gameplay. And people go, oh, it's messing with your immersion, and a bunch of other strange derogatory comments. The reality is that I didn't back this to sit beside pink spaceships and little cuddly fuzzy things and stuff, and not that I mind them being in the game like Ewoks. I think they're just to be hunted and used for carpeting. But it's not what I want, right? I want this. I want ships that look like, you know, sci-fi spaceships. I want the Nostromo. I want the Daedalus, you know. I want hardcore adult grade sci-fi, not little kitty plush toys. And if people can't understand that there's a difference between me flying over a moon and seeing a little pinprick dot about the size of a pixel that says so-and-so's org owns them, and me landing in some mass parking area with 20 pink and blue and rainbow colored sparkly friendly Sailor Moon ships. No offense to Sailor Moon fans, but they're not spaceships. They shouldn't be spaceships. There's nothing to do with it. Why am I not getting interaction to close this? Because you have to look at the ship to tell the door. Okay, got it. Where's, you know, you have to look at the fact that CIG has gone from a little group of dreamers to a large corporation. And at first I was like, oh god, they're just going to turn into a corporation. And then I had the realization that they can't make this game with a crew of like 400 plus people without being a corporation. Like, you have to have that structure and organization or it won't happen, period. I want it to happen. I've put over $1,000 Canadian into this game. I have a missile lock. I think I want to leave. Yeah, so let's just say I'm flying over this and someone's got a little claim. It'll be about like the pixel in my targeting reticle there. One little dot, and I can just stay out here and fly by it. I don't have to go down and try to grief them and get into trouble with them. And they probably won't either. They have this land claim. They're probably mining minerals or something, or whatever they're doing. And as long as I'm not going down there to mess with them, why would they leave whatever they're doing as their grind to make in-game cash, to buy in-game stuff, like more land plots or more materials to build their base bigger? They're not going to disengage from that activity unless I'm a threat to it. You know, it's kind of like elk. You know, they just wander by, but you go up and get between a mama elk and its baby, and that elk will rip you apart. Same as a deer or a rabbit or anything else. Well, I guess maybe not rabbits, but you know what I mean. I don't care if someone wants to buy that little dot right there. Not at all. Not one bit. And 400 people need their wages every month. 1 million plus people need the servers running every month. And, you know, gas for commuters and cell phone coverage for business calls and data plans and people that work at home and charge their internet to the company, and all that stuff has to be dealt with and covered. And we look at this money and we go, but they have 160 million. Yeah, and they're going to need, when they hit 100 million, I said, oh, look, we're almost halfway there. When they hit 150, I said, oh, look, we're halfway there. So I'm thinking this game needs about 300 to maybe even $400 million to be made and then to run for the next 10 years. And personally, for my $1,000 Canadian, I'd hope that it would run more than 10 years. Because otherwise it won't be still running when I retire. That's my thoughts on it. People might disagree, and they're entitled to their opinion. However, when the options are, do I want to go to Delamar? Let's go to Yella.
Quantum travel initiated.
God, I just don't think I'll get enough of that. That looks too cool.
Quantum travel.
So yeah, to continue, I got distracted by pretty graphics. I was like, ooh, shiny things. Hang on one sec. I can't even hear myself think over these game noises. It's just so loud. One moment, please. Ah, that's better. There. Somebody did mention that there was static coming through on my microphone. Most likely. I'm just running off a headset mic right now. And I know probably some of the static is just the actual sound coming out of my headset, vibrating the microphone itself. Some might be picking up the fact that there's two computers running in here right now. I'm picking up on my fan noises. My case is a half XB LAN box by Cooler Master. So it's really good airflow, but it doesn't really dampen any sound. And it's got the big 280mm fan in the top of it. And when I'm playing this game, I turn my fan speeds up and whatnot. So yeah, it's not really the... Oh god, really? Again? There we go. Connection lost. Apparently, there's an issue. Well, it would be really neat if you could log in and pick where you want to spawn. And I don't know, but I'm getting 60 frames a second on black. The stream may cut out, I don't know. OBS sometimes will just auto kill if it detects that the game's not running. Like last time when I was talking. But, so yeah, to go over my specs, I got a 4790K overclocked about 10%, running on stock air. It's a fairly new chip, even though it's an older chip, but it's new, brand new, about a year ago. Not even quite a year, 10 months. So, let's see, 4790K, 32 gigs of DDR3 2100 DDR. Running off of an SSD, recording just a normal SSD, recording onto a secondary SSD. Graphics card 980 Ti, audio card Auto G4 Pro. Oh, I know that's old and classic, but guess what? That $500 card is still working as new. Same as my Logitech G110 gaming keyboard that I got on sale because it was a store demo for, I don't know, I guess most people watching this aren't Canadian, but it was for under $100 Canadian, and it's, I don't know, what, 14 years old now, 13 years old. I look after my junk. And yeah, that's my system specs. I'm running on an Asus motherboard. I don't remember exactly which one it is right this second. And I'm running at 1080p. Got my audio output maxed out. And I set it on the highest graphics possible. The reason it's on 1080p and not 2K, I prefer 2K because between looks and resource demanding, it's sort of the happy compromise, and 4K monitors are just a bit ridiculous. I'd probably notice the difference if I got glasses, but I have just enough blur in my vision at this range that it looks really nice and anti-aliased to me. I'm not getting anything here. Let's see if I can get out of this. Nothing. Just clicking nothing. Escape isn't doing anything but bringing up my mouse. It's not even doing that 100%. Alright, looks like it's hard kill time. I'll try to reboot it quick. Else, because it's making me. I would have anyway, but it's making me, and then I will... Hopefully I'm back now. The game booting up goes through enough screens that it OBS sometimes detects it as a kill and then shuts down the stream on me. Which isn't... I'm going to go back to USA setting this time. Maybe we'll jiggle it into submission. Ah, the long dark. Has anybody watching the stream watched Andromeda, the series, the TV series? I think what Star Citizen needs is the Magog. They need the Magog world ship, and that would be awesome, because then it could go around making its own wormholes and just appearing in systems, and then we'd all have to unite as players and go and fight it. And then it would warp out when we start damaging it, and then we could, yeah, just have this ongoing thing. Maybe that's what the FAC will end up being. If you haven't heard of the FAC, they are a semi-mythical alien race on the other side of Van Duel space that people have been theorizing are actually the aggressors, and they're driving the Van Duel towards us. And although they're sort of a, well, they're the Van Duel, they're like, you know, the Mongol tribes back in the day. The theory crafting is that they will, that they aren't as bad as we think they are, that they're more desperate than anything else. And seeing as that twist that was in Freelancer, where the rebels weren't really the bad guys, I wouldn't be surprised if CR is up to it again. Just my 2 bits. For those that don't know, CR is Chris Roberts.
Please be considerate and avoid obstructing airlocks. Thank you for your assistance.
Let's see, shippy ships. I could get a Grey Cat buggy and just drive it into the void. Claim this ghost.
Space may be lonely. Don't have
What else can I claim?
and join the ship share program today.
Gladius, I'll claim that too. Did I break the... Never took that out, did I? Oh, yes, I did. I fell into a planet with it.
This station has been designated as an armistice zone.
See, even the system doesn't want me to have a Star Kitten. Anything. File a claim, go back, file a claim. It's like the DMV. We don't even have the DMV in Canada, and I know how bad it is.
Ship share program, encouraging travelers to save resources and fly together.
What about a Freelancer?
To prevent traffic, we are...
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
AO1. I'm getting 25 to 30 frames right now. 38, 34? What the? What wizardry is this? I wish more people would crash out of this server. Someone in the Star Citizen chat just said I should fly a Javelin. I would like to find a crashed Javelin or Idris. If anybody knows what planet it's on, I will go there and look for it. I won't be able to fly the wreckage, but I'd like to find it. Intership. Oh yeah, come on. I'm glad they've added in the auto close thing, because that was really annoying in the last in 263. My trusty old dashboard that's so big you could play D&D on it while you're doing quantum jumps. Look at that. You could have like dice rolling trays and your map set up over here and stuff. That'd be just perfect. You'd fit like 4 people around this. Hey look, there's 4 seats. Well, let's get this Ford F-150 off the ground, shall we? Actually, I guess it's more like a Brinks armored car.
Landing gear up.
God, I pushed N like 10 times. Stuff like that. I realize it's just bugs and input delay, but damn, it's frustrating. It's more frustrating than crashing sometimes. Oh yeah. It's not as frustrating as having to do this through your Moby while you're in combat, though. If anybody watches my Death or Fate of a Pilot video from earlier, it's gotta be on Delamar. What do you think? It's on Delamar? Well, I can see Hurston. I can set Hurston as the destination? That's not even possible, is it? Where's my tag? Oh my god. Obstructed. Obstructed by... I know. It's outside the map boundaries. Fine. Back to my Moby. You see, as a non-cell phone toter, I really don't like having this set up in my Moby glass because, you know, in real life I don't run around with my stupid cell phone because I don't own one. I never will own one. I don't plan on ever owning one. I see no reason other than Bitcoin to own one. Okay, so here we are, back in where we're allowed to play. Well, let's see. But it's green now. What? Okay, I just have to test this. I mean, if it'll let me. No. Please? What if it's a glitch? No. Ah, well. That's a bummer. Alright. So what do you think? Daymar, Selen, Yella, or Delamar? Is Selen a planet? So we have 4 moons in them? Sorta? Well, let's go Delamar then. Chat's not being very helpful. There's my blue pip.
Quantum travel engaged.
So, for anyone that wasn't here prior, I was just talking about my system, 4790K, 32 gigs of DDR3, 2100, on an Asus motherboard, a mid-range Asus motherboard.
Quantum travel complete.
ships. There's one right there. Where's my ship info? Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Interesting. That was interesting. Okay. Yeah, 980. Oh, where was I? 4790K, 32 gigs of DDR 2100, Asus motherboard, Auto G4 Pro sound card, running on a crappy monitor, 1080p, 980 Ti. GPU and CPU are overclocked approximately 10%. I'm running on stock air. I do have a fairly decent internet connection. I get like maybe 11 megabytes download and I think 5 up. Or maybe it's 3.5 up. Something like that. It's not bad. But as you can tell, I still crash all the damn time. So, should I go to that point of interest maybe? It's just a marker buoy. Or should I go over here? What is here though, I ask? What's cool in the third person is that you can lock your perspective angle. So I could lock it here and then fly. Or if I want fairly accurate third person sort of view, I can lock it there just by releasing the Z key. You can hold down the Z key for free look on foot as well. Is it on foot yet? I don't remember. But in vehicles, you definitely press Z for free look. But when you do it in this, you can change how you're looking at it to get the nice screenshots or camera shots. That's totally cool. You can actually preset it up with specific angles so that when you tap through like that, it goes to preset angles and focal like lengths and stuff. So you can actually get fairly cinematic with it, which is really cool. The devs did a great job on that. So yeah, here's Zed inside, of course. If there's anyone who hasn't actually played 2.6.3 or any other version of Star Citizen. Tested. Assisted development. It's kind of like arrested development, but unlike DayZ, it's actually going to get done. You hear that, Dean Rocket? I want my $30 back. And, yeah. And I would have been backing this game in 2013, except I was busy getting burnt by Dean Rocket Hall. And it sort of gave me a bad flavor for alpha games and Kickstarter thingies, and yeah, it took me a while before I would trust any alpha. So I saw a Frankie on PC video, because I really love his DayZ videos, and I watched this game for about a year before I actually backed it. Maybe a year and a half. And then, yeah, finally coughed up some money. Haven't looked back since. Then I coughed up too much money and more money and more money. But, unlike a lot of people who've spent a lot of money, me and my wife decided that we'd get all of our kids' accounts in the under 1 million number, and we gifted a couple to some friends. And, you know, the only real ships that we have are basic stock ships, pretty much, and Terrapin and a Carrack. It's not like we have some big fleet, like we're expecting to drop a few $100 and blow up everybody in the universe. Definitely don't expect that. In fact, I'd be surprised if if people actually get to do that at all. On to the pay-to-win topic. Well, pay-to-win implies that you pay a lot of money, and then you have some unique advantage that other people can't replicate, right? Here's the thing. When you first log into this as a live game, you're going to need a reputation to get any good jobs. So yes, although you own 10 Idrises, 400 Super Hornets, etc., they're going to go, oh, we have a mission delivering this box across town. You can walk there or take your Grey Cat buggy. And it pays 49 UEC, or some similar amount. In the end, you're going to realize that you're going to have to earn your right to pull out the big guns and play in the verse with those big toy ships, you know? I do not expect to go and walk into Jobwell in ArcCorp and go, hey, I'm an explorer, I've got a Carrack, give me a mission. And they're going to go, yes, we've found information that there might be some new wormholes opening up in this star system. Go and scan it, we'll pay you 200,000 UEC if you find one and 50,000 if you don't. I don't expect to see that mission for 4 months or 6 months of gameplay. Maybe even a year. Who knows, it might be longer. I might just take up some of my own money and go out and do it on spec. But there's no way the game is going to give me the ability to utilize those ships. So I'm more backing to play as opposed to paying to win. And if everybody looks at it that way, you'll see the logic in it. At least I hope you will. And if not, well, enjoy ED, I guess. Nothing wrong with ED. If you like it, that's great. I had issues with it myself as far as enjoyment. I logged in. I was just telling this story earlier. I logged in and went through the little training thing, and everything was cool. And I was like, oh, this has got a neat feel. It's really different flying than in Star Citizen because it's, well, it was stuck in third-person camera and it wouldn't let me look out of my cockpit for some reason. I don't know if that was a bug or not, but so I'm all happy. I launch out of the space station at the newbie starting station, wherever that is in the verse, I don't know. And I'm like clicking on the keyboard and checking out what my mouse does and how to control the ship and trying to figure out which key puts me into first-person view. And of course I'm like a trial and error type guy. I just hop in and learn how to fly later. So my weapons fired. They did this. And suddenly I had a crime stat, and the game was telling me, the brand new player that had just logged in, that I was being fined all my money. And I started to fly away, and I was like trying to figure out what I'd done wrong. I'm trying to read the text popping up on the screen from the station. Accidentally fired again. I don't know if it was players or AI, but got my ship blown up. I respawned. Lucky, you know, you get a little starter ship again. That's cool. And lo and behold, they had fined me all my starting cash. And I just was like, you know, that's not the way you treat a new player. You give them a little bit of a, you know, a bubble pack safe zone just to figure out how to walk and chew gum at the same time. You don't just start fining people literally out of the gate. And then I didn't play for a little bit. A buddy of mine actually gifted me the Horizons add-on, which was really cool of him. Thanks a lot, Kay. And then, you know, I was just getting ready to get him to, he's pro, and, well, not pro, but he knows the game really well. And that's really loud. And so, yeah, I was just about to start playing with him and have him train me on how to not get all my money taken in 5 seconds of the game. And then they put out more DLC and more DLC. And I'm kind of sick of DLC. Like, just give me the game with all of its components. And I don't mind supporting it as you make it. Like Star Citizen, you can buy a starter pack for $45 with an add-on for Squadron 42 for $15. Grand total of $60 US, which is still pretty high tier for a video game these days when you compare to Steam games, etc. And I don't care that it's going to take 5 years more to get 80% of the game done. I don't care. I'm enjoying the ride, watching them make it. I've learned so much about game development and met a lot of really awesome people. And I don't mind. What I do mind is being sold a game and then being arbitrarily charged because they've decided that they need to do more work on it because they arbitrarily decided that they would do it. And yeah, I've had people argue, well, they did say that they were going to that they planned these things back in the Kickstarter days. Fair enough. But why are you charging for it? They're one of the most successful franchises for space games in the history of space games, and that's not enough? Really? Like, when is enough for what you're getting? And what I'm getting is graphics that, well, they look about 8 years old. There's nothing too inspiring about the gameplay, really, other than I don't mind space games and just flying around. I mean, you can see from my streams, right? I spend half my time going, ooh, look at over there, that's so pretty. And we'll crash again. That's okay. It's getting late anyway. Yeah, 3,000 error. We taking bets? 30,000? 30,000 error. Yeah. Yay, I win my own bet. Well, I hope my rambling hasn't hurt anybody's feelings. And if it did, well, maybe they needed to be bruised just a touch so that you'd wake up to reality and see that one's own self-created construct does not make it truth. And one must seek out other people's constructs from their perspectives and do a meld of that knowledge until you come to a logical and inevitable end result, which is what people call their truth. And I hope that people do that for Star Citizen. I think that would be great. Naysayers saying it's a cash grab, they got 160 million. And I go, yeah, they got 400 plus employees. And I hope that a good 20% of them are getting top dollar because they are kick-ass. And, you know, well, it'll be what it is and it'll get better. It's been getting better, a lot better. I mean, when ArcCorp went online, I was in the very first batch of people to get into it. I'm in the first 1,000 to ever walk into the game world outside of a hangar. I got to watch, you know, people logging in live just ahead of me because I was still downloading the stupid patch, and I got to watch the very first person go in ever. And that was Josh. Hey Josh, how's it going? I'll mention you first. Look at that. I was gonna kill it, but it actually did it. Nice. And it was glitchier than this is, to be honest. And it was really just a, you know, like a combat arena map. And if you look at the backgrounds of it and some of the information we've had afterwards, I mean, it's hollow. It's not like it's a solid space. It wasn't on a planet, really. It was just a floating mock-up, basically. I forget how to do the gestures. It's been so long. He's playing dead. That'll teach him. Poor guy. He lagged out. Honestly, officer, I didn't do anything. Actually, maybe I'm a vampire and I ate the body. Wait. Nope, not sparkly. It's all good, I'm safe. Now, here's a glitch. And it's been going on ever since the PT, well, ever since we had a universe. Now, I've been into a few malls, and if you do that in a mall and jumped 10 feet, well, 8 feet, you'd probably break your leg, and if you didn't, these three, this boy band right here, they look like my minions or something. Yeah, it is a boy band. Look at this. He's got a punk rock haircut. Wannabe. Punk rock. No. He's got a... That's not even a true mohawk. Hey, buddy, if you're gonna... Do I hear suicidal tendencies? No. Do I hear pigment vehicle? No. Do I hear no means no? No. Do I hear violent femmes? No. Do I hear dead Kennedys? No? No? You're not punk. Get out of my face.
Please be considerate and avoid obstructing airlocks.
People forget, punk ain't a look. Yeah, if I could stream music while I was doing this, probably half the people wouldn't really want to listen. Because I like good music, you know, music made from the heart, and I don't give a crap what it sounds like or if you like it. I just like what they have to say. If they got something smart to say, I'll listen. Lately I've been listening to Dubious Collective. They're probably relatively famous because of things like the Pirate Bay song. You can look it up on YouTube. But they have some other great songs like One More Time and some of the names don't translate very well into English, so. But yeah, I would recommend checking out Dubious Collective, spelled with a K. And yeah, if you like punk rock, hip hop, heavy metal polka with really smart lyrics done by an intelligent and talented musician, I don't know, punk rock polka with jazz elements. It sounds like a console game, but it isn't. It's actually good.
Our automated ship organization system handles storage of all
PCMR, by the way, PC Master Race. Don't even talk about anything like consoles being better in my chat, or I will just stop streaming. No, I'm kidding. I won't stop streaming because then I couldn't keep on talking about how much consoles are garbage. Not because they're garbage, but because they limit you to what you can do with them. And I'm sure any PC gamers out there know exactly what I'm talking about. Prospector, we tried the Freelancer. I'm just wondering if there's... You know what? Let's go for Starfarer just because it's like...
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Oh, I guess I should have waited. I'll just look for the pip. I don't get a pip. Where's my pip? Did I seriously just call a Starfarer and then detach from the console too soon? I think I did.
as weapons will once again become active.
Alright, let's see. Where is it?
Space may be learning.
On B00. I'm glad they put that in there because, damn. 00 on this side, right? Somebody should really talk with the architect. My FPS right now are actually pretty good. I'm running at, well, I can get the odd drop down to like 16, but it's like 23 to 35. The glitches I am having though is things like my my interaction queue, like or icon when you press F, is doing that. Like I didn't click anything; it just disappeared. Oh, let me do it. And it could just be like a range thing, but it is kind of acting weird. But yeah, right now 20, 19 frames, 20 frames. It does hurt my eyes, but, you know, back when I started gaming whippersnappers, you were lucky to see 10 frames a second for anything. No, I guess Pong, when it was new, and I was a wee lad. I went to my grandparents' place, and they had bought Pong. I was just, wow. It was great. I played Pong for a long time. Pretty sure it said B00. Somebody steal my star. The valets at this place, I tell you. When this game goes live, I might have to come back to Olisar with some Something powerful and explosive with letters of intent and threats. With my alt character, that's not as nice as this one. Nice. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I started with the with Pong, and it was, you know, off and on. See grandparents or the occasional friends would. I don't think I'm gonna get in this, am I? I think this one. Oh, I might survive if somebody doesn't hit me. And then it was a long time later. The first computer my parents owned was an APCO 2 Plus, I think, which was basically an Apple II knockoff. And that was pretty. I used to play Ultima 4 on it, and some other text-based sort of Dungeons and Dragons things, because that's what I was doing back then. All keyboards, so I might, if I stop talking, it's because I'm avidly fixating on which keys to push to align myself with a rotating starfarer that doesn't like me anymore. This may be possible. Oh, god damn it. Why does the gravitational well expand so far out the back of the ship? I mean, really? Alright, maybe this one will do me better. No, 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 no. Oh, come on. This is... Okay, well, let's try it the other way again. So yes, this is why they use tethers in the space station, I gather. Well, at least the Americans and stuff do. I'm sure the Russians just free for it. They're like, yeah, I'm going. I have Russian in my ancestry. I'm allowed to say things like that. What system am I running? Oh yeah, I'm running Windows 10. Windows 10 Home, hides. 4790K, 32 gigs of 2100 RAM, DDR3 obviously, 980 Ti, GPU and CPU overclocked a mild 10%. Come on, Jetpack, you can do this. Oh. Okay, Jetpack, I have a new plan. We'll do this again, but faster. It's a 980 Ti, and it's only using about 50%. And this game isn't as demanding as people think. They just see the crappy frame rates and they go, oh, it's demanding. It's not demanding at all, really. There's nothing to render. We're rendering a massive skybox and a few objects. But compared to like I get better frame rates in Tarkov, but it's network. Oh, well, I can apparently land inside the rocket. Oh. Did I land on the ground? Did I? I did. I made it. My God. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Alright. My GPU has 6, I think. 6 gigs of RAM. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm inside. Check it out. Oh, you know what? I don't have to close that door, you know why? Because it took me 5 tries to get in here. I don't think anyone else is going to be rushing in, you know? Oh, I don't want to go downstairs. I always get lost in this map. Map. That wasn't intentional. It is designed by 3D map designers, and they did a great job for combat in this. It would just be amazing to defend this against like aliens and stuff. It would just be, or human invaders would just be incredible. Getting around ergonomically in it though is just a little sketchy. But then again, I don't own it, so I don't run around in it all the time. Here's a test. See if I can do anything with the ship from here. Probably not. Do I get any power on? I can power it up. That's it. Yeah, okay, well that's fair enough. I mean, it is just the captain's chair, it's not really. There's next. Do I want it powered off? Am I going to crash into Olisar? No. But that is so cool. I mean, how many games can you be in your ship and watch a space station rotating underneath you? That's just too cool. I'd back it just for this. Shh, don't tell the devs, they might stop working. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, to anyone who's been here long enough to remember that, I put almost, well, probably over $1,000 Canadian into this game. But here's the thing. It's got me and my family,
Hello.
everyone.
How can MISC
One second.
help you today? Systems on. Landing gear up.
Okay, now we're moving. Good. Alright, so, I just bought, I gotta jump back here a little bit, I know it seems random. I just got Escape from Tarkov, and I really, really like that game. Good job if anyone plays it, or if anyone who's watching made it. And I upgraded to the Edge of Darkness package, which is the biggest, bestest one, to support the game, and because you get a couple minor perks that are really nice. Nothing game breaking. And they have a policy of no microtransactions in the future. The Edge of Darkness covers all your DLC, and it costs, I think, $140 US. So when I convert that to Canadian, it's about $180. It's about the same price as getting a Super Hornet or a Hornet package and an extra little ship, or a Dragonfly or something like that. And when I look at other games, I look at Arma, and I got Arma 3, and I got all the DLC for it, and it's, a couple $100 over the time period. And I think what we're getting in Star Citizen for our money is more than reasonable. Now, you go $1,000. He spent $1,000 on a video game. He could have got a 1080 Ti. Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to have all 6 of my kids have Star Citizen accounts, and my wife, and me, and a couple of friends. Now, when I break that down per player, how much have I spent per player? Right, $150 Canadian. Well, this is a hell of a game for $150 Canadian, don't you think? I mean, considering that I am going to start out with a Carrack and a Terrapin and 4 Dragonflies. My wife's got a 315P, and my kids have a schwack of Auroras. And we all have 2 games out of it. All of us have this, the dual packs, because I got them back in the day before they split the packages up, and they were only $30 US each. But still, at the time, that was about 45, almost $50 Canadian. But back to the same thing. Bang for buck. This is the game of the century. You just have to be patient. So, if you like eating at McDonald's and getting your crap served quickly and efficiently, EA is offering many product lines. If you wish to go to fine dining, where if you complain to the cook, he comes out wielding a large butcher knife and looking very red in the face, back CG, or CIG rather. That's the way to do it. You back the artists, you don't back the freakazoid suits that just want cash. And if CR and the initial team make $1 billion each off this game, rock on. Couldn't go to better people. Except maybe starving kids and stuff, but you know, third world problems and all. That's a bad taste joke, but you're gonna have to get used to it if you watch streams from me. Because in my stream, there's a whole river of feeling. Alright, let's pop up this obtrusive Moby Glass cell phone thing that I'm supposed to wear. And try to go to Yella one more time. Or should I go to Daymar? You know what, I'm going to let chat decide. Yella, Daymar, Selen, or Delamar. You pick a moon for me to crash at. Oh, come on, there's only 5 of you and my wife. Delmar. Delamar? Or Daymar? Alright, Daymar. Right, well, here's the thing. Do I want Star Kitty all over my face in my game? No, I don't. Personally, I don't.
Quantum travel engaged.
So if they have a choice between funding by selling obtrusive skins that wreck my experience in the universe, you know, because I want the Expanse, I want Farscape, I don't want, you know, I want Blake 7. I don't even want like Deep Space Nine, because it's like, really, tolerate these actions on your own space station, a semi-military space station. I wouldn't tolerate that crap. I've spaced half of those idiots. Drama and intrigue. That stuff. Those people get fragged. Doesn't anybody read Vietnam books anymore? But no, selling land on this moon. You know, like I said before. Look, I'm going to zoom in. See the square on my targeting reticles? See there? Now, if you own that little chunk right there, and I'm flying by, and you're busy mining or growing space moss or whatever it is that you're doing down there, do you care that I'm flying by out here? Probably not, unless I have like some attack military fleet with me and I'm getting really close, maybe going in your direction. But if I'm just flying along, you're not going to interrupt your grind, your money-making scheme, your plans to go and mess with me, unless you're a total griefer. In which case, that's a different subject. We'll get to that later, if I don't crash. Because if I crash, people, I am going to shut her off for the evening. It's getting really early in the morning for me here. It's 2 a.m. I meant to only do this for 2 hours, and I've been at it for 3 now. So, but anyway, if you own that little chunk down there, how does that affect me in an adverse way? It doesn't give you any advantage over my gameplay. This isn't going to be like other games. It's sort of like wherever you live, there's somebody within a kilometer from you that probably has 10 times your cash. Did that wreck your day today when you woke up? No, it didn't. I mean, unless you're, you know, really sort of, well, touchy. or they were mean to you or something. But, you know, if they just are normal, nice people, they just happen to have 10 times the cash you have, how does that wreck your day? So I look at it like somebody's buying this chunk of land down here. Great. They have a nice chunk of land. They might have found the biggest concentration in this whole planet. But they won't, because the game designers are going to design it in such a way that it's not pay to win. That's the biggest fear from all the backers. They are going to cater to that. And because this isn't their first rodeo, this isn't some Steam greenlight game with a bunch of 19-year-olds deving this thing. It might look like it on ATV, but the people actually doing this, they've been doing this for longer than half the backers have been alive. And like I said, it's not their first rodeo. They're not also stupid. They see the comments, they see the concerns, they see that we, the backers, have paid them their wages for years now, and we're going to continue paying their wages for years. And all they have to do is make it fair and equitable for all. I'm feeling really damn confident that they're going to do that with flying colors. Why wouldn't they?
Quantum travel.
They won't make money after the game goes live from backers buying land planes and crap because it won't be available anymore. So what are they going to be left with? They're going to be left with the long-term backers who, like me, like maybe some of you watching, paid for this game and just want to play, and they don't want to feel like someone down there buying this little chunk right there is wrecking their game. Because what if I want that chunk? Well, like an Ark, you see somebody on a T-Rex, it's got the big mega base, you want that T-Rex, you have to go and kill them and take it. So, people who put bases down are saying, I want to be either left alone or I want to fight. But in no way are they wrecking my game. However, if I land at Olisar and 12 pink Idrises come and park, and they're farting sparkles, and they all come out dressed like, you know, I don't know, cosplayers, that wrecks my game. And I would rather that CIG get their funding from things that do not affect me at all, unless I want it to, than any other way, personally. I think it's a good solution. It's great. I give them a high five on it. I think, honestly, that they listened to the player base to some degree and decided that let's not piss them off like 3 times in a row. Let's just give them something they all kind of want. And it coincided with the Pioneer ship, and, well, and I'm looking right here at this chunk of land, and there's an unhappy face right there. And I'm going to fly to it because that is just stupid. See, like, I'd pick that base. I'd pick the nose. I'd put my little plot right there. It is, but you're not buying randomly generated polygons. You are backing at the game. You can choose to back it with $50 and get a rover. You can choose to back it for $50 and get a little ship. You can choose to back it for $50 and get a land plot that you still have to go and find and place. Or you can back it by just giving them $50 and get nothing. But if you don't back it, you know, then they don't have the money to do it. So you can say you're buying those pixels. Really? If you actually look at it literally and read the agreement, you are donating money to the project, and as a thank you, they're giving you these things. And you get to pick and choose which things they give you as a gift, to some degree, by the amount you give, or back. I don't know, I mean, I've backed $1,000. You might have backed only, say, $50. Does that mean you deserve less of a universe than me? I don't think so. I think you should get the same universe and the same opportunities. I've just opted to have a wife and kids and a small business on the side, as well as play a video game. If I was 20, I'd probably have only paid the $30 for a starter pack, and I would grind my way to an Idris, and it would only take me 6 months. But I can't afford to play 40 hours a week anymore. It's just, you know, I ain't no little kid, and I'm not a spring chicken. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, other people might disagree, and that's fine. You're entitled to that opinion, and I'm not saying that anyone who disagrees is stupid or anything. I'm just saying, just look at the big picture. How do you want it to be funded? You want it to be funded by investment bankers who would have already pushed this out as live? I mean, that's what they did to CR last time. You're taking too long making the space stations 3D and walking around, so we're going to get you to leave. We're going to get some other third-party dev team in here to slap them together, and we'll call it Freelancer. Yeah. Well, the parts of Freelancer that everybody loved weren't the parts that that secondary or tertiary dev team did. It was the parts that he did. And so, you know, it's just the way it is. And other people also stop and think about this. Think about this. Go to Wiki and look up Chris Roberts. Just do that, and then read the article. Just do that. Maybe after my stream or some other day, but just check it out. Look at the actual history of that man and what he's actually accomplished, and how people thought he was crazy before. They're like, what? You're gonna get actual actors to do cinematic cutscenes? No one's ever done this before. You're crazy. No one will buy this. No one's gonna pay for a game that costs $5 million to make. Yeah, well, he did, and it was one of the most successful games ever made. You know, I've got this feeling that the reason Mark Hamill said, without even knowing what the project was, this is actual. You can check this out. Chris Roberts, or somebody, probably Chris himself, because he knows Mark, phoned up and got his agent, and the agent looks over at Mark Hamill and says, yeah, I got this Chris Roberts on here. He says he's got a project he'd like to talk to you about. And Mark Hamill said, I'm in. And the agent said, no, this isn't how we do it. We're supposed to negotiate. And he goes, I don't care. I'm in. And so basically he would have done it for free because he knows Chris. And why would, you know, a famous actor like Mark Hamill take a job with somebody without knowing any details, without knowing a wage, and just say, yeah, I'll do it, unless the guy he's working with is damn solid? Yeah, well, so he's solid, and he's running the show. So, here I am, streaming his impossible game. And it's definitely deeper than ED because I'm still not hitting atmosphere. And I've been flying for a while at 886 meters a second. In the time that I've been flying towards this moon, I have crossed probably thousands of plot claim size area. Yeah. See right over here where my cursor's going? See that little crater? That little crater there? I don't know how many plots you could fit in that, but I'll bet you it's more than you'd imagine. And how would that affect me with mine over here? I wouldn't even know they were on the planet unless I maybe saw their ship leaving over my airspace. I don't know. It's just a non-issue, and it's so much better than the blue-haired ships. I'm sick of blue-haired ships, people. Oh yeah, so we like the burning and crashing. I know there's a good chance I'll crash during this, but I don't care. It just looked too cool. Well, let's try to get my speed down here a little bit. Oh, told you I was a good pilot. Look at that. Oh my god. I actually honestly can't believe that I survived. Oh, the gravity on this planet. Oh my god. Throttle L0, landing gear down.
Launch sequence complete. Landing successful.
No. No.
Ship didn't want to be down.
Yeah. I haven't stopped in every way. Ah! Well, I'm still alive. Haven't crashed the game or the ship. Well, I mean, I have crashed the ship, but shh. I'll just blame it on the valet. I really don't know why I'm going forward. Why am I going forward? Every time I press F to interact, it's making me fly weird, so... Yeah. Yeah. Oh look, there's Ben. Power off. Just crash land. Perfect. God damn, that was... I mean, I'm playtesting and that was stressful. And all I want to do is get out of my seat now. How do you get out of the seat? Let me out. No, it's not Alt F. That's someone was lying in chat. No, it's hold F, and then you look around and find the spot where it says exit. I'm holding F. I'm just not getting an interaction that says exit anywhere that I can read. Let's just open and close exterior. Just want to get up out of my seat. It's probably showing, it's probably like in this white here or something and I can't see it. On my left? Alright, looking. Ah, right where you can't read it. Beautiful. I see that now, right there. Thank you, chat. Thank you very much. That was my midnight streamer moment. Now I just have to get out of here somehow. I would almost like to just jettison in the escape pod, but I'd probably end up in orbit. Actually, I don't know if they're in or not in, actually. Frame rate update. I'm getting 16 frames. Whoa. I think I'm caught on a ladder. Please don't make me do that anymore, game. Honestly, I would be tempted just to vault over the side. Ah, yes. That's why I was tempted to vault over the side. I'm flying the Starfarer. And now I'll... you know, if I get out, I might not be able to get back in. Oh, here's another door. What is it? Something going with a ladder. Maybe I should look around. This looks like an emergency or... Yeah, well. It's okay. It's okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We can put out a distress call. Yeah. Well, at least it's not Daisy. It won't be like, oh, I broke my legs. Oh shit, I'm dead. Star Citizen, super fun adventures, coming soon. Now, remember when we were back up there, way up there, and we were looking down? Well, how far is that plot of land that I said, you know, just over there? I mean, I bet you I could run for probably about 3 hours of streaming. 4 hours of streaming, and I still wouldn't be at that crater. So even if I had a Doom buggy, you know, I just don't see it as an issue. Well, the guns that I bought last crash, oh, I guess, yeah, there was a patch. I bought some guns before on, off camera, so to speak. And yeah, they weren't persistent through the patch, which is to be expected. And it's not like I was spending real hard-earned game cash or anything. This is quite the barren rock. It's pretty bright though, considering that it's technically looked like it was farther from the sun, but I do wish that there was a way to spawn multiple vehicles, because I would love to have a dragonfly in this right now. And I realize that there's nothing really to do here, I'm just checking it out. Because I don't think I've actually successfully got out of a ship on this planet yet. Emergency shelter, 219 kilometers that way. Well, I don't think this bird's taken off. It's the closest place to get to. What gameplay? The gameplay that other people are thinking is bad. Because like, I could be looking down here and there could be like 4 different players or orgs plots of land down here. Then there'd be gameplay. If nothing else, I could be running over and putting my gun away so they don't wreck me. And going and hailing them over the comms or something, going, "Yeah, man, I just crash landed here on this planet. I'm out of fuel. I need repairs. I got a lot of fuel that I'll trade you to give me a little quantum juice so I can get back to some truck stop." Or I don't know. I mean, it was just like, what gameplay is in DayZ? The gameplay is what you make it. And all this space just gives you a hell of a chalkboard to draw on, you know. And some people will be like me. I want to, you know, I got a Carrack. I want to go exploring and find new life, new civilizations to boldly go where no digital gamer has gone before. But I also don't mind some combat. I put in my 5,000 hours in Soldier of Fortune, Call of Duty, Quake. it's just not my primary focus. I'm more enjoying the exploration part of the sci-fi, the dealing with bizarre experiences, you know, that kind of thing. No, there's no one over there. I was just seeing if the shots were going to actually go right. Yeah. Well, we do have emergent gameplay. I'm doing it right now, and I'll show you. Just keep watching on the screen. So here's emergent gameplay. First response was laughter. Yeah, and it's right on my screen right now. If you look in the bottom left of my screen, it says tank suit. That's my oxygen right there. But yeah, there might be something in my Moby. Just let me check. That's loadout. I mean, obviously there's more features to come in here. I've got power, EVA, tank is 91, suit O2 is 100. So yeah, I guess that's about it. And the current balance is, yay, 997,000. I have an empty port that I'm not using. Didn't get any ammo. Yeah, pretty much. CIG does pip. So, I got people said that yeah, rescue's on the way. Got my gun out just in case they turn out to be pirates. I might just want to steal all my juicy fuel. Juicy. I mean, look at all this fuel. Do they really think they're going to take it without a gunfight? I'd rather blow it up than give it to them. Okay, enough role-playing. I just want them to get here before it's dark and that weird silver-eyed dude comes around. The one with the bald hair. He's like 60 years old, tries to act 30. You know that guy? He's in all those vintage films. That was a weird graphic anomaly. Landing gear issues. Yeah, see it. See it. Landing gear LODs need a tad here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now obviously the game, we're just the game. This test of the game mechanics didn't really allow me to do what I would have done if I could, which is I'd have a rover or a couple dragonflies in here. I'd probably also have some teammates because I'm not going to fly a ship this size all solo because I'm not an idiot. And oh, there's that anomaly again to easily get distracted. Yeah, assistance needed. Me? No, I mean, I can probably get in this ship and go. I was just using it as a perfect example of what if I had been disabled and hit an asteroid and taken out one of my engines, or my quantum drive screwed up because I forgot to repair it. And then here I am, stuck on a high-grav planet. You can tell it's high-grav because I can't jump at all, and it's already tired me out after 3 little jumps like some 93-year-old one-lung smoker. Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, it's hard to tell if I hear a ship in the background or... Ah, sorry, I'm replying to my wife who's sitting here in person. Or if it's just the weather. I mean, for all I know, there's like a sandstorm and some giant worm gonna eat me. I think it's wind, yeah. Every time I see one of these little graphics come out from behind the ship or behind a rock, I'm getting all paranoid. Because I spent way many hours playing Arma 2 DayZ mod and Arma 3 Exile and Breaking Point. And when I'm in open spaces, you notice that I'm always moving around. I'm not standing still. It's just like the habit, right? Never be a headshot. Never be a headshot. And then I've been playing Tarkov lately, so that makes you really not want to be a headshot as well. Alright, let's do first science here and see what happens if I try to get into a starfarer that's not floating in orbit while rotating. Maybe it'll work. Maybe I should go to the button. What do you think? Should I try the button? Well, I think this button works. Likes me. Now, somewhere down here. I really should have opened up the back ramp and gotten out, should I? There's no get in option. Did see that highlight there though, yeah. But when the words don't show up where your cursor is and they show up like off the screen and stuff or in another room or something. Probably like, you don't have a docking ring to interact with this. But I'm a docking ring. Alright, well this was the big elevator here, wasn't it? Yep. You saw that, what was it, Porky Pig and Daffy Duck? Don't push the red button. Alright, well... Okay, I admit, I'll take my Derp of the Hour award. Thank you. I like the golden statue. I'll add it to my collection. I can't even remember. It's can't even remember where that other stupid elevator was that I got in the first place. It's down here a bit further. Now I'm actually stranded. See, I'm a self-fulfilling prophecy. So, if my word works that way, then when I say Star Citizen is going to get nothing but better until it's just the best game that's ever been made, until it's superseded by, what, Chris Roberts' kids, then, yeah, maybe it'll continue being that self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, so where is my Skywalker grade magnetic hip grapple thingum? Shunk. Boom, the whole thing blows up. Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't open a bottom compartment on this one. That was on the cat. See, I'm too tired to play. Which is good, because that's when I'm the best at testing, because I have patience. So, if I was designing this ship, what would I change? Well, I'd change emergency access. Kind of like a bus, you know, when it rolls over on the side, it has an exit on the top. And, what else would I change? I would probably... if I was designing the ship, I would have these manned. That's what I'd have. But hey, what do I know? It's like, why can't this be an emergency entrance? But it's not. Oh, the game solved it for me. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope that that was as entertaining for you as it was for me to derp around. Yeah, feel free to check out my YouTube channel, and there's some other people listed that are pretty cool. Some of them cooler than me. I know, astronomically rare, but it is possible. The game didn't crash beyond to the menu. That's a good touch. Better than black screen of death and then freezing your whole system and having to hard kill. The stream is going to end, people. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to pop back into Cobb's Corner of the Verse again. Have a great evening, or morning, night, day, whatever time zone you're in. I hope if devs are watching, they learned something. And I hope if potential backers were watching, they learned something too. Alright. Any questions you leave on my channel chat, I will try to answer tomorrow when I get up. Thank you, and over and out.